Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Libra, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one is going to be from the Starseed Oracle deck for the overall energy, and a brand new tarot deck that was just gifted to me, the Butterfly Wisdom Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Libra? Thank you. Double mission. Light worker, starseed. Serve the world by being you. I can't think of a better card for Libra. I can't. It's like you're great. It's gonna sound kind of pompous, but I love it. I love it for Libra. Like, the greatest gift you could give to humanity is literally being yourself, being the most authentic version of you. Because I'm surrounded by Libras. I have Libra in my North Node, and you know, the North Node is where you learn your lessons, and therefore I am surrounded by Libras. Libras teach me a lot of things, but how to look at things with rationality, balance, of course. That sometimes it's okay to compartmentalize so that we can just move on with our day. That for a water sign like me, it's very difficult. But Libras are often known as, you know, the ones who enjoy the finer things in life, have very particular tastes in everything, not just like in material world things, but just in who they associate with, in how they represent themselves, how they conduct their behavior. And I always know a Libra when I meet one. It's crazy. But all the Libras that I do know, they really, truly care about people. They are very good friends. And there's something to that. This generosity of spirit that spirit wants to talk to you about today. Serve the world by being you. It's not just about oh, we're just going to do what we want to do all of the time, and, you know, we're God's gift. It's not about that. It's about we are going to do what we love to do, but we're also going to share that heart, that creativity, that intelligence to help people, to be there for them, to show them an example, to be the example, to sit within our integrity, to act with passion, Spirit just said. That's the thing about Libras. I feel like of all of all the air signs, the Libras are the most passionate. So it's like you're the most emotional of the air signs. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit agrees. I was like, is that actually true? Spirit agrees. So there's something here. I think that there could be this aspect of you, though, that you're not fully embracing something about yourself. That you have wanted to express. Spirit is saying singing. Maybe you're a singer and you just sing in the shower, but you've always wanted to, I don't know, go to a karaoke night, or just put yourself out there. And it's almost like this hidden talent that not a lot of people have had the pleasure of witnessing. And it's almost like, because I see the eyes closed here, and it's a strange thing to say to a Libra for so many reasons, but Spirit wants me to say, don't be afraid to be seen. Don't be afraid to be seen. Okay, let's get some cards out for Libra. I don't have a particular spread. I'm just pulling tarot and see what Spirit wants to talk about. Six of Cups. Something from your past, you know, I was like, oh, I see singing. It could be some kind of artistic or some kind of creative expression. Six of Cups can talk about nostalgia, can talk about a kind of gift giving, right? Like offering our cup of love to somebody. That there's something, it's like you're hearkening back to an earlier time in your life, and maybe it was a time when things felt a little more, I want to say innocent, unjaded, unfiltered. There's a, like looking back on something where there was a little bit freer, more of a freedom of expression. Like when you're like a little kid, like you don't have as many filters, right? So, you know how they, there's that expression, out of the mouths of babes. It's like when a kid says something to you that like cuts really deep because they don't have any filter of politeness or decorum, propriety. They just blurt out whatever they're thinking. It's something like that, but not in a negative way. It's more just like there was a time maybe that you're looking back on when you felt a little bit more free to express yourself, and maybe you're trying to recapture that with the Six of Cups here. Let's get another card. What are we trying to express? This card has come out for the last like 4 readings. The Five of Discs, or the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a card of like isolation, alienation, feeling left out of something. And maybe that's why you're looking back to an earlier time in your life where you didn't feel that way. Maybe circumstances in the here and now have caused you to just have to push a part of your personality to the side. So, for example, it could be like a job where, so like I have a couple of friends that work for like the government or whatever, and you know, you can't just, it depends on what job you have, clearly, but like you can't just say whatever you want to say. You can't, they have to be very measured in how they express themselves and what they reveal about themselves in their workplace, which I guess is always kind of wise. I'm really fortunate in that, like, yeah, I mean, there's some things that I have to keep to myself, but by and large, I don't have to do that. But some people do. And so there could be a circumstance where you've had to kind of bite your tongue, or I'm seeing the word suppress, and it's like suppress, like there's a part of your, maybe you're just maybe you're flamboyant or quirky or nerdy or super extroverted, or and like gregarious, whatever, that you've had to kind of temper. And because you've had to temper it, you felt like kind of isolated out from a group or a society. Spirit gave me the word society. And part of the kind of light worker mission, because light workers all have missions, right? The light worker is here to raise the vibration, to share the light with the world, to allow people to see their own light. It's the light worker mission. And so Spirit is saying, we need to get you back on the path of your mission. And I'm telling you that your mission, part of your mission, like a huge part, like 90% of your mission, is for you to figure out how you can express your authentic self in the world. Authentic self in the world. Yeah, you look at this. Number 15, Capricorn energy with the devil. Trapped and bound, the lovers, trapped and bound. This sense that our fears, our doubts, our negative self-talk, our obsessions, our addictions, our baser natures, right? We all have them. We all have to contend with them. This is what is hindering some of that progress. Why? King of Swords in reverse. Interesting, Gemini energy in reverse. King of Swords is somebody who is an expert in their field, an authority figure, a learned person, an educated person, in whatever capacity. It's, we're not just talking about like academics. In whatever capacity, the King of Swords speaks with rationality. Sometimes it represents Gemini to me, but sometimes can represent Libra. You got this card in reverse. So Libra wouldn't like this card in reverse. You like to know what you're talking about all of the time. And there's something here that causes doubt because you don't have all the information. So there could be a situation here. I use work as an example because it's like, it's important, but it's also benign at the same time. Let's say you started a job and you really like it and the people are really cool, but you don't yet have the lay of the land, right? You're caught off guard. You don't have the lay of the land. And from certain things that you've seen, you feel as though you have to squelch your voice a little bit, or be really passive, really, Spirit just said pacifying. Like you have to have the balance that a Libra would have. You have to be on the even keel, and so you don't fully express yourself because you don't feel safe to do so. You don't know yet in which context at work you're able to express yourself. So it's just a very benign example, but it kind of, devil energy creeps in there, because it's like a blocked throat chakra. Like you can't speak your authenticity, your authentic truth, right? And maybe it's these eyes closed, like just can't see the bigger picture, can't see the full picture yet. But how can Libra help themselves to get to this place where they can like fulfill their mission, their starseed mission, their light worker mission? What can Libra do to help themselves? Like a few cards wanted to pop out and then they pop back in. It's like there's a hesitation. Like I want to express it, but thank you. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is, that's the, Page of Swords is the little spy of the tarot. It's curious. It's a curious energy. Asks a lot of questions, does a lot of observing. Note here that there's scrolls and an inkwell. This could involve contracts. Signing contracts could involve agreements. Spirit just said, read the fine print, read the fine print. So, and one card, this was sitting on my desk. This card kind of like was sitting to the side, so I'm going to look at it. Knight of Swords. You got the Page, the Knight, the King of Swords. Okay, so now we're really steeped in the air sign energy, your element. Like, I think there has probably been a lot of thinking and overthinking happening right now. I think you know that there might be a small part of you that has not been true to yourself. And because you know that, you're aware of that, you're trying to do something about it, which is great. I feel as though it's progressive because we're going from the Page to the Knight. The Knight of Swords comes in with very fast action, fast communication. He's the fastest knight in the tarot. So there's this overwhelming need to express. But you're coming in with your coat of arms, Spirit just said. Your coat of arms. I want to be careful not to because Spirit is giving me the word fortification, but they're giving it to me through the voice of my twin flame, because he uses that word a lot, fortification. He's half German and half British, and so he has a very particular accent, and I can hear him saying the word fortification. Spirit's giving that to me. That's like, we have to fortify ourselves, build ourselves up, but it also suggests building a wall. And I want to be very careful to distinguish the fact that when I express the word fortification, it's not about building a wall. It's more about building the self. Because there will be perhaps some kind of criticism potentially involved with you expressing your authentic self. Why? Because people who are inauthentic, when they are around people that are authentic, it triggers them. I know this because I'm an authentic person, and it triggers people that are deceptive. I can see it a mile away too. They're deceptive with themselves and deceptive with other people. And so when you come at somebody with authenticity, they can't stand it. And they can't stand watching other people drawn to your authenticity. So, yes, what am I really saying here? There are going to be some jealous people of you, Libra. Are you surprised by this? Probably not. Because I'm sure this is not the first time that this has happened to you. every Libra I know has been the envy of somebody. It's every Libra I know, someone has been envious of them, jealous of them. That's what this is. And I mean, you're tired of it. It's stupid. You don't want to have to deal with it. And maybe that's why it's like, you don't want to even, because it takes effort, right? Yes, it takes effort to be our fullest selves in every scenario. Knowing that there will be some people that don't appreciate it. And there might be that tendency for you to I just want to keep the peace. If it's not a work scenario, it could be a family dynamic. I just want to keep the peace. Like, let them think what they want to think. It's like that. Let them think what they want to think. But I put my hand over my heart because it's like, that hurts my heart a little bit. Because it's like keeping the peace at what cost? At the cost of suppressing who you are. And this is precisely why it's your mission to serve the world by being you. Let's get a card of advice for Libra. Three of Cups, Four of Cups. There's progress here too. We're making our way up the ladder of the emotional realm. Three of Cups talks about celebration, gathering, coming together. Thank you, Spirit. There will be something that you will be celebrating in the near future. And part of you might wonder, with the Four of Cups, you know, you might wonder, well, I got a very weird scenario in my mind just now. So that's my cat. That's my cat Bex at the door. He's meowing kind of obnoxiously. There are no coincidences. It's like he wants in. He's on the other side of the door and he wants in. And there's going to be some it's not the easiest reading, Libra, but I have to tell it to you how I'm getting it. And just take it as it resonates. Let's say, for example, you have something to celebrate. Happy news. A promotion, a raise, an engagement, a move, a new job, blah, 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 right? Whatever. Baby, whatever. Happy news. You're elated. You're over the moon. And you want to invite everybody. There is going to be somebody missing from the celebration. And you're going to realize in that moment that they were not really in your corner. They were not really your friend. They could not bear to celebrate with you because it reflects back to them what they have not been able to do or to accomplish or to express. And there's a part of that will have like a bitter taste. It will leave a bitter taste in your mouth. Because I see this like tree, this barren tree here. Four of Cups is a card of apathy, complacency. I don't feel like that's your energy. I feel like that's somebody else. Such a strange message, but it's almost like Spirit is saying, pay them no mind. Be in the energy where you surround yourself with people that celebrate who you are. And even if they don't celebrate it, Celebrate yourself. Show the world the authentic you. You know why? Because you will set an example for somebody. You might not see it yet, because that's also part of the message of the Four of Cups. There's something that you might not see yet, that you don't realize what a beautiful positive impact you're going to have on somebody. But it will only happen if you express yourself fully. That's your reading, Libra. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Libra.